How's it going, guys? This is Tyler from Haunt Central, and today we're going to be going on an in-depth tour and behind-the-scenes look of the Haunt for the 2022 season. So I am really freaking excited to show you guys this year's Haunt because this is definitely one of our best ones in a number of years, maybe even our best one. Now, I will tell you before we get into it that a lot of it is a shop now. We do make a lot of money, both for profit towards our displays for the future and towards Roswell Park with donations, which I'll get to in just a few minutes here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go on a daylight version right here. It's about 5 o'clock right now here in Lakeview, New York. And then we're going to, if you want to stick around, we're going to go on an in-depth night tour without any talking, with all the lights and just the animatronics on. I'm just going to take a nice slow walk through the displays. So this is going to be the lights on, so to speak, lights on version, a little behind the scenes as I talk about each part of the display. Then if you want to stick around, this is going to be a pretty long video. We're going to go through a more quiet and just walk through it. As simple as that. So to start here, the theme this year, if you guys did not see from the theme videos I created, is the Haunt Central Mining Co. Now, a mine is, we're between 3 different themes this year, that being an asylum, a mine, and a construction site. And a mine was decided because we thought it would be the most unique. It was basically, the asylum got scrapped pretty early on because I was afraid it was going to be too similar to Spirit's Lab this year, and plus I've done an asylum before. And then it was basically between the construction site and the mine. And I decided that the mine, with the help of Cameron John, go subscribe to him, great guy. Me and him decided through the help of him that the mine was going to be a really good choice for this year's theme. So coming up to the front here, you have Haunt Central Mining Co. We got a little spotlight on the sign there. And then we got flames above there. Now, one important thing to mention as I take you guys through here is that these displays are actually for sale. And I don't mean the animatronics. I mean the actual display, like the archway here and the risers, just like Spirit does with theirs, all the signs. And we use that money to create our themes for next year, which has worked out well in the past years. And the archway and water tower have already been purchased, which I'll get into in just a second. So right here, when you first walk in, we have Miserable Marie. I know a lot of people were wondering why I chose to put her in the front, and it's mainly because she looks pretty good near Evelyn Leach, given that they're the same height. They're right around 5 foot. So those two look pretty good. Originally in the front, it was Towering Clown and Infernal Reaper. However, they just really took away from the archway, and the archway is one of my favorite parts this year. They really took away from the archway. Just too much attention drawn to them. You could barely see the archway with how tall they were. And I actually had a picture of that I posted in the archived ideas that I had for this year of scrapped themes. And here is Evelyn Leach. I purchased her last year at the 50% off sale. I put her in the front because, well, she's new, and I figured she's a good attention. She's a good eye catcher, so to speak, from people walking by. I get a question a lot of why the props all have stickers near them, and that's simply because a lot of people do ask if they have names, and it gets annoying. So starting last year, we decided to just put stickers up. Some of them will have the new emblem at the top. Some of them, if they've been here for a long time, will have the classic, all that sort of stuff. And then these are the risers from Spirit Halloween's factory last year that I purchased. Unfortunately, they did suffer a little bit of sun fade here this year, but we won't use them again probably after this year, so that's not a huge deal to me. And then we have the live animal crates. I just put those there because I figured they just gave a little, it looked a little too empty, and they gave a little bit of a cool look. And then we got some just little pieces of chains on the bottom there. So walking through the display here, which this is one of my favorite parts, like I said, we go under here. And then right here to greet us, and so the front display is the Haunt Central Mining Co. sort of facility. It's not its official name, it's just Haunt Central Mining Co. And then the back display is the mining shaft, which is my favorite between the two this year, which I will get to in just a minute. But we have the Infernal Reaper here.
I will cut you down in time. There can be no escape. Your soul is mine.
He is a huge eye catcher, mostly because of his size, especially with the scythe that he has there. I did have him in the front last year, and like I said, I almost put him in the front this year, but it was a last-second decision not to. Right here, we have a classic brown jumping spider, kind of tucked away in the corner here. Yeah, that one really jumps. I tried putting a brick on it, but even that's not enough. It still moves around. Then behind the jumping spider here, across, I should say, on the other side of the archway, we actually were able to put props on both sides of the archway this year, is the Rising Reaper and Dead Humor on the other side. Now, Rising Reaper I do have in the off position right now because he is not step pad compatible, and he does get annoying on sensors, so I tend to save his batteries just for the open hours. Then right here we have Hugs the Clown, who is on sensor, and his mouth keeps doing that, but I give it a little tug and it'll work again. His mouth is starting to fade out. His step pad broke last night, so he is now on sensor. And I put a little top hat on him, or not a top hat, but just a hat, because I thought it looked pretty cool. And then here is his counterpart, the Towering Clown, one of my favorite ones I've ever purchased to date. His mouth is still working good, so fingers crossed it stays like that. And him and Hugs look really cool next to each other, if I do say. They haven't been next to each other before until now. And then we have the Caution Killer Clown sign. It was just an extra sign I threw in there. And then this fencing is mainly just to kind of disguise the white, all the cords and everything, and just fill a space. This fencing is nothing special. It's just snow fence. And then back here in the very corner, kind of sucks that he's tucked away in the corner back here because he's such a cool prop, and a lot of people miss him. But I try to put candy in the bowl to tell people, hey, there's candy in the back. Go check out the back. But unfortunately, we didn't have enough room to make the display walk around this year, so he's kind of tucked away in the back with a green strobe light here, and he's on step pad. Classic sitting scarecrow. We're going to get to all that in a few minutes. Heading over to the other side here, we have the spider infestation, which is another favorite of mine this year. I have some pumpkins on it. We'll get to the water tower in a second because that's my favorite part this year, but we have the black jumping spider here. Unfortunately, I had to pose his legs like that only because he hits the wood and then gets caught otherwise, so kind of unavoidable, unfortunately. And then on the other side here, we have just a little placeholder here. The Caged Reaper from Walgreens a number of years ago, at least 5 or 6 years ago. And then here we have a classic, and unfortunately he's starting to, he's seen better days, is the CVS Vampire Skull from, I think, 2015, correct me if I'm wrong. He runs out of batteries really quickly, not exactly sure why, and his mouth has been stuck open. I tried pretty hard to get it to close, and I just could not get it to close this year. He was only, I got him for $30 at CVS a number of years ago, so for the use I've got of him, I'll take it, but...
They don't see so many beautiful choices. I mean, guests.
So yeah, sometimes he cuts off his phrases. I'm pretty sure that's because his batteries are running out. He just, for some reason, requires a lot of battery usage. But and then we got Chucky here. He's kind of just a placeholder. Originally, I was going to get Bag of Bones to go here, but Was not able to get him this year, unfortunately. I might be getting him at the half off sale. We'll save him for next year. But so Chucky kind of went there as a placeholder. And my favorite part this year is the 9.5-foot tall water tower. This is really, really cool. Kudos to my dad for being the main brains behind designing this. I designed a sketch, and then he was able to come up with the perfect way of building it. We have that custom wood paper design, and then we have, it's basically built on top of 2x4s on top of the display. So off the display, it's about 8 feet, but when it's on the display, it's a little more than that. And that's actually been purchased this year along with the hard hat sign on there. So somebody's already paid for that, and it will be theirs come Tuesday, November 1st. So that about does it for the front display. If you guys want to stick around, we're not going to go to my favorite display, the mine shaft. Did forget one guy technically here in the front display, and how could I? That is the classic Dead Humor. He was my first ever animatronic that I got back in 2013 from the Clown Train. Back then, I got him with a 20% off coupon for $45, which I wish that's how things still were, but he's still going strong, just like the first day I got him. So he's still going strong, just like the day I got him. Just goes to show things were made better back then. And he's actually a techie. So fingers crossed, and just knock on wood that he keeps going strong. But we're going to dive into the mine shaft now, which is my favorite of the two displays this year, mainly because of the inside and the sound effects that I have, which I don't currently have on because they're loud and don't feel like talking over them, but they're going to be on when I do the silent tour. So we have all the props in the front here, including Nightcrawler, who I bought this year, who I've wanted since 2020, never really got around to getting him. So finally got him on my first trip to Spirit this year. So we have on the corner here, Demonic Dahlia.
I told you to stay away.
She is definitely one of my biggest scares, maybe my biggest scare, because a lot of people expect her to rise up slowly, or that she just talks sitting there, and then all of a sudden she just jumps up. So she's a really good scare. Abandoned Annie, she's one of my favorites that I have. I do have to retape down some of these step pads before Halloween tomorrow. Her mouth stopped working for a brief moment this year, which had me worried, but it turns out it's just the jaw was crooked and I just had to straighten it. And then we have the one and only Nightcrawler, who I'm really happy to own now, and he's been a big hit. Hardest prop to ever assemble was this one for sure. There are so many little parts and pieces that you have to build, so he's definitely going to be one that I keep up year-round on display in the basement for guests to come over and see him. But I'm going to try and pack away more this year. Then we have all these different bricks, which I just bought them at the ISE sale last year, and I didn't want them to go to waste, so I just scattered them around the platform here. Then we have Rocking Horse Dolly. The reason she's not rocking is because I have her on a 2x4 here, because she actually mind rocks so much that she rocks right off the display. I don't know if that's how it is with you guys that may own her, but that's how she is here. And then we just have a little shovel that was added in last second with an arm on it. Then we got, of course, the sign up there, Han Central Mining Co., with the skeleton hanging above it. And then right here we have the one and only Little Skelly Bones, which this is actually his first year. A lot of people commented being in the back display. And as you can see, we had to get very crafty with hanging him this year. Kudos to my dad for coming up with that entire system there. But here he is, and let's get him going.
They will pray for you, then they will pray on you.
He is still my favorite prop to date that I own. Whenever I hear his audio go off in here, it really makes me think of the nostalgia of my younger years at Spirit back in 2015 and 16, back when I really wanted him, and then I was finally able to purchase him in 2016. So he's one of my absolute favorites. This is technically actually my second little Skelly Bones. The original one we got was broken in the box, and we had to get a different one, but Spirit was really nice about it, gave us a new one. So Spirit's customer service is really good. And then on the end here, we did have the black and red jumping spider, who his box has replaced him because he is out at the sidewalk now, and we've had some really good scares with people walking by. That's been pretty funny to watch. So he's actually out at the sidewalk. And then a lot of people ask why we put some of the animatronic boxes out here. There's three reasons. Number one is that the main reason is we do not have room inside for them. Our back room, which is our basement, is completely full. And another reason is that we store merchandise in them that we sell here in the shop part of the haunt, so that we don't have to go downstairs and get them. We can just grab one of these boxes, and if we need to fill something, we can do that. And then the third reason is I just like to keep them out also because a lot of people like to see the boxes. I know a lot of you guys are big fan of boxes of animatronics. So I know that that is also part of the animatronic for you is the box design, and I do love that as well. And now we're going to go to one of my favorite parts of this year's haunt, and that's inside the mine shaft. And it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but it did turn out pretty freaking cool, if I will say. So we have a little callback to the Spirit Acres farm here, as well as the lava step pad that I bought a few years ago. We have reading mine shaft in. Now in here is where we have the sound effects. We have a speaker inside of here, and that's pretty loud. So like I said, I'm going to show that in the nighttime tour. But then we have the floor tiles from last year's factory. I was able to buy all of these. I fit what I could in here, and the rest are downstairs in the basement that I use for step pads, actually. And then we have just some little Easter eggs here. Miserable Marine, and I also bought buzzsaws as well. And then we have the entire lighting string from the ISEs last year at Spirit, flashing down here, as well as the chains that were inside the factory. Then we also have signs that read headlamp area and caution falling rocks. So you walk through here, and like I said, there's a speaker right there that plays, it's charging right now. That cord's not usually there. It's usually hidden up in the tarp here, but that speaker plays sound effects, mining sound effects like hammering and rock falling sounds, all that kind of stuff. So that about does it for the haunt in here. I'm going to show you guys the shop section and then the outside. So I'm just going to take you guys on a quick walk around of the shop section. I know you're not too interested in this, but I'm just going to show everything that we have. We have a pegboard right here with costumes on one side and some decor on the other. We've sold out a lot this year, actually, believe it or not. And then over here, this is the Legos, which have been a huge thing for us. My aunt actually makes these custom brick creations. If you want to check her out on Facebook, she makes all these custom Legos here. And this is what we have left. This entire table was full at the beginning of the season. We've sold a ton of Legos this year. This is all that we have left, and then they all go 50% off, as well as all the rest of the shop items come Tuesday, November 1st. So we usually sell a lot there. But as you can see, the rack is getting pretty bare. And then we got Buffalo Bills players, Baby Yodas, Stranger Things, Hocus Pocus. Those are my favorite ones this year. We get new ones every year, typically. Bad Santas, we sent those over for Christmas. Maybe some people will buy them. Kobe Bryant's, Donald Trump's. We had a lot of other types too, but like I said, we had Mr. Gold and Monopoly Men, but those all sold. Then we have a lot of just smaller characters like Chucky and Jigsaw, Jason, Freddy, Mike Myers. I think we're all sold out of the Michael Myers. That's what was right there. And then we also had a display of all the characters for sale for right around $100. And that was actually, if you wanted to buy them all separately, it'd be right around $150. So I will say that was a good deal we came up with to sell the display, and it has sold. So that is gone. These are not animatronics. A lot of people are asking me if these are animatronics. These are costumes that somebody donated that we're actually trying to sell for Roswell. Unfortunately, we didn't sell them all this year, but there's always next year. And then we have this one also that was donated right here. We have a few witch hats right here, and the witch hats were all actually stacked all the way up to the ceiling, but as you can see, we've sold quite a lot of them. Just had to scare the jumping spider out there. And then this is the donation wall. This is everybody that donates to Roswell. Our donations are a little down from what they were last year, but hey, I'll take it. Every dollar counts for a cure for cancer. So this is all the people that have donated this year. Right here is usually like our checkout area. Yes, I need to get a better checkout area, but that's outside right now, given that it's so nice out. I set up tents for Halloween. Have some wigs. Countdown till Halloween. We have 1 day left. This is kind of the party supply area that we have, so to speak. We have some trays for chips and pretzels, some bowls, plates, a spider, the skeleton pitcher, some table streamers or table weights, ornaments, and all sorts of stuff there. Some wall decor. We have this old guy for sale here for $20. He is from a very long time ago. I can't even remember where I got him from. I think I got him from Halloween City. Sorry, Hugs just won't shut up. And then we got spider web. We had it for 99 cents, and that is completely sold out almost. We got 3 bags left. We had all different colors. We had orange, green, black, and purple, and then the white. And then, yeah, see, that's all sold out. Sorry, I lost focus there. And then we have a haunted hotel sign. That's from Spirit from a few years ago. Some tombstones. Those are $3 each. Like I said, all this stuff will go half off come the day after Halloween. So that's pretty much everything we have left sales-wise. We've sold a lot. So now we're going to go right into the outside here, and you can see the outside, and then it'll be time for the night view. So on the outside of the garage here, we have Twilight Twitcher, and he does not work. If you guys recall, I actually found him in the garbage a number of years ago. His head is looking up because he got a big gust of wind actually this year and blew completely over, and his head went rolling down the driveway. So that's why his head is looking up. So even with the rock on him there, he did blow down. And then we got the jack-o'-lanterns on the lights there. They're right here for the littler kids that are not that aren't old enough, that are afraid to go inside there. We do have roaming creepy bear. He stopped roaming, unfortunately. We haven't been able to figure out why, because his wheels are spinning, but he doesn't really move anymore. If we give him a little push, he'll move briefly and then stop again. And I have tried him inside and on flat ground, and he does the same thing. And then over here we have the spider. This was actually donated to me. Might be running out of batteries and detached there from the tree. So this is actually sold at Party City. And we have some of my mom's decorations out here. I actually want to show you guys something. This is what the sun has done to some of my decorations. So that's before. This was put out yesterday. So that was before sun fade. And this is after sun fade. So you can just see the difference there between the two, and that's something that we obviously can't really control. And then we have the not sure what this guy called, shaking zombie. I got him from Walmart a long time ago. Apparently there he goes.
Wait! Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
And then over here, this is our front desk for the next couple days when it's busy. Helps to have our front desk outside rather than congested into the garage. You can donate here and check out here. And we have some signs up here. Excuse the pumpkin mess. I'm actually working on carving my pumpkin and haven't gotten very far because of how busy it's been. We're closed right now. We open in about a half hour. But this is everything that you can buy off the displays if you want to pause that. No, I cannot ship, unfortunately. And that's everything for sale outside. And then coming up to the front here, like I said, we have the black and red jumping spider, which I bought last year. He's almost out of batteries, which is why he's jumping kind of late there. I'm going to replace him before tomorrow. And then we got, ignore the cones there, we got a pumpkin, some corn stalks. That is our sign and our hours. That's our Buffalo Bill skeleton. He's been a pretty good attention draw for people driving by. These are just our signs advertising what we have in store for you. And finally, last but not least, we have the front decor here. This is one of my oldest ones as well from Walmart. I got them for like 20 bucks years ago. Still working good. Classic. He was, I think, actually my first animatronic technically. And then we have just some fencing disguising the light there. The projector, that's actually a spider projector showing spiders on the house. And we have the ghost inflatable from Spirit. I only have 2 inflatables. I want to get more, but I haven't gotten around to it really. And then we got a dash-in dog that I got for Party City last year with my employee discount. And then last but not least, up here we have some purple spider web, which is really blown off from the wind. And then some pumpkins, and one's missing because I'm carving it. And we got a screen pumpkin right on the porch there. So that just about does it for the lights on tour. If you guys want to stick around, we are now going to cut to the lights off tour now. for those of you that have stayed all the way till the end here, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed the tour for the 2022 season here. This year will definitely go down in infamy for me, for not only the displays, but also the ISEs at Spirit. And I've met some more incredible people this year. Thank you guys so much. All the new subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, all the support. Really thank you guys so much. And thank you for everybody that's donated to our cause. Really thank you guys especially for that, so we can find a cure for cancer someday. And on behalf of all of us at Haunt Central Halloween, and especially myself, happy Halloween. I'll see you guys in the next Halloween 2022 video.